Hello friends, I am Anshuman Pratik and I am currently doing my internship at the Sparks Foundation in the GRIP September 2022 batch. My field is data science and business analytics, under which I will be doing the task exploratory data analysis in retail superstore. In the retail superstore, we will performing the exploratory data analysis to derive insights about the weak areas and also to identify the locations where we can increase the business profits through deep analysis. First, we will be starting with importing the necessary libraries such as pandas, numerical python, matplotlib and seaborn libraries. Then we will be importing the data file or the data frame which we have, where we have all the samples store business data. Then I am printing the first 5 records of the data frame. Then we will checking any missing value if it exists in the data frame. We are also checking the data type of the data frame. Next, we will be looking for each column type, or basically the data types of the respective fields, which are ship mode, segment till the profit. We can see it ranges from object, integer and floating point. Next, we are removing the duplicate records which may be present in the data frame. After removing everything, we are left with 9,977 records and 13 fields. Then I am calculating the number of unique values which is there for each and every column. So like you can see, for ship we have 4, segment we have 4. So we can see that maximum is coming from the sales part. Profit is also quite significant. Then we are obtaining the columns available in the data frame, such as ship mode, segment, country, city, state, region, category, subcategory, sales, quantity, discount, profit. Then we will be looking at the correlation between the column variables such as sales, quantity, discount and profit. As we can see that maximum correlation, or we can say that agreeability between the both the variables is high, nearly 50%, as we can see here, 0.48 approximately. Then we will be estimating the covariance observed, which is defined as data frame.covariance function. Here we can see that covariance be between the respective quantities. Then we will be counting the unique values in a region field, so we can estimate the from each region how much sales is coming. So here we can see from west we are having 3,203 and east we are having 2,848, and similarly for central and the south regions. Then we are visualizing these counts of sale across the region. So we are plotting a graph between the region and the count of sales, and we can see the highest is coming from the west type region and the least is coming from the south type region. This also indicates that we need to focus our, our sales process in the southern region. Then we will count the number of unique values coming with respect to states. So we have written data frame of set dot value counts. As we can see, maximum is coming from the California state, which is about 2001, and the least is coming from Wyoming, which is 1. After this, we are visualizing the count of sales across state in the form of a bar graph, similarly as we have done for the regions. Here in the x-axis we have all the listed states, and in the y-axis we have all the counts of sales happening in that particular state. From here also it is quite evident that in California we have the maximum sales, and in the Wyoming we have negligible sales. Then we will be heading towards the unique values of the city. Then we are defining the city variable and counting the unique values. So top 5 results has been listed here, such as New York City, Los Angeles, Philadelphia, San Francisco and Seattle. Then we will also plot the sales count versus category bar plot, which is divided as x-axis in the category and y-axis as the count. So we can see it is further classified as office supplies, furniture category and technology. So the maximum type of order which is bought is of type office supplies and the least is almost technology. Then the same process is applied to subcategory where we are using the Seaborn library sb.setStyle wide grid and then sb.countplot. Finally, we obtain this plot between subcategory and count. So you can see every paper, furnishing, phones, and every sort of subcategory is available. Then we will saw the characteristic of the subcategory. Now we will see the characteristic between the sales count and the customer segments. So if we look at the trend, we can see that home office constitute the least to the sales amount, and the consumer type of segments is the highest. Then we will be bar plot. Then we will do the bar plot for the subcategory and the sales data frame. Here we can see that all the subcategories are plotted, and the y-axis represent the amount of sales which we are generating from that particular category. Then we will be showing the profit generated in the each state. So it's basically x-axis we have all the listed states in the data frame, and y-axis is their respective profits generated in that particular year. Then we are showing a graph of amount of sales from only the top cities. So here are the top 10 cities which I am showing here, such as New York City, Los Angeles, up till Jacksonville. So all the cities have the total amount of sales versus the city name in this graph. So the bar plot clearly indicates that the maximum amount of sales is coming from the New York City only, as we obtained from the formula. Then we have a graph depicting number of sales from the top states. So this is also the sales, but now we are segregating in terms of the state. So here you can see the California state has the highest amount of sales. Now we will be grouping the city based on the discount slash provided. So here we can see the discount provided. So it is always in decimal number, not in the percentage. So see it is almost 20% here, and the amount offered is also visible here for each of the cities. Then we will plot the chart of sales and profit for each state. So here you can see blue one represents the profit sharing of the each of the state, and the orange one is showing the particular amount of sales. So clearly it's evident that the maximum is coming from the California state itself, because you can see the highest bar graph is from California. Second highest you can say is coming from the New York state, and likewise. So we can conclude that California is the highest profit generating and sales driven state, and similarly for the city we have the New York City, which is recording the maximum amount of sales. We also conclude that the consumer segment comprises the highest sales figure. Machines and copiers are less frequently bought and less quantities are sold. So it could be reconsidered as a subcategory. Then some states such as West Virginia and Wyoming are not driving any significant revenue and profit in retail. So focus should be on North Carolina, Texas, Tennessee and Colorado and Giro states to increase their profits as it is declining. So we could also target consumer in the southern regions as less number of stores in the retails compared to other regions, and hence we can increase the profit in those particular areas. Thank you.